One arrow is about to reveal whether Jane controls the wind or the wind controls her. A gentle morning begins in the pine forest, where the soft light whispers through the towering trees. But beneath that peaceful light, Jane carries a nervous question she cannot say out loud. Today is not just another practice. Today she wants to prove that patience can become power. Jane stands quietly, her hands feeling the tension of the bowstring as the forest wakes up. Soon after, Sky approaches, offering his quiet, steady support as she prepares for her morning practice. At this moment, she closes one eye, learning to trust the rhythm of the wind and light. The bow feels heavier than before, not because of its wood, but because of the dream tied to it. Every breath reminds her that strength is not speed and courage is not loud at all. She remains completely still, listening intently to the forest air as it dances around her form. From a short distance away, Sky watches with patient care, honoring the strength of her intense focus. Gradually, she lifts the heavy bow, finding balance through the weight and the cooling mountain air. The wind carries a soft melody through the woods, guiding her hand toward the hidden mark ahead. A moment later, her breath becomes steady as she aligns her will with the distant wooden target. With a gentle release, the arrow glides through the air, chasing the secrets of the forest wind. During this first attempt, the arrow lands near the mark, but she remains calm and fully composed. Meanwhile, Sky retrieves the arrow, his smile offering encouragement as the practice begins to find rhythm. Instead of showing disappointment, she studies the failed shot as if it were a trusted teacher. Sky does not correct her with many words, because he knows silence can teach a focused heart. She shifts her posture, feeling the earth beneath her feet as she prepares for another steady shot. Deep breaths fill her lungs as she centers her intent, casting away all doubt from her mind. The swaying branches tell a story of the wind, which she translates into the path of her arrow. Then, Sky hands her another arrow, his support, a quiet pillar of strength throughout this long morning. Slowly, she nocks the arrow, her movements fluid and practiced after hours of dedicated and quiet work. Everything around her fades away until only the target and the path of the wind remain clear. With focused intent, she draws the bowstring back, feeling the tension build in her steady, patient arms. And then, the arrow takes flight, traveling through the golden light towards the center of the target. For a heartbeat, the entire forest seems to pause, waiting to see what her discipline will become. The target does not move, yet the wind makes it feel alive, distant, and difficult to conquer. When the arrow lands, it strikes much closer to the center, a sign of her improving skill. Seeing her progress, Sky offers a gentle nod, his silent approval warming the cool morning air. A faint smile touches her lips, reflecting the quiet satisfaction of growing closer to her difficult goal. During the brief rest, they share a moment of peace, sitting together beneath the shade of trees. As the sun climbs higher, the dappled light shifts across the forest floor, marking the passing time. Refreshed by the quiet break, she rises again to continue her practice with a determined spirit. From his place by the old pine, Sky keeps watch, ever ready to offer support if she needs. Lifting the bow once more, she finds her rhythm, letting instinct guide the string against her cheek. The breeze brushes against her face, carrying the scent of pine and soil to her waiting senses. With a quick and sure motion, the arrow flies, cutting through the forest air with perfect grace. Finally, the arrow strikes the heart of the target, a testament to her unwavering patience and effort. At that moment, Sky applauds softly, his genuine joy clear in his bright and supportive gaze. She understands that hitting the center is not the end of training, only the beginning of self-control. Sky notices the change in her eyes, a steadier flame that no gust can easily shake. She offers a small, respectful bow to the target, honoring the practice that has shaped her soul. As the afternoon passes, the sky softens into hues of amber, marking the transition of the day. Slowly, she gathers her gear, packing away the bow that has become her partner in this journey. Then, Sky helps her carry the remaining arrows, making sure everything is ready for the walk home. Together, they slowly walk away from the clearing, leaving the quiet forest behind them in peace. The woods remain serene in the fading light, holding the memories of her quiet practice and growth. Finally, the winding path leads them back, ending their long day of learning and shared silence. The small wooden cottage appears through the trees, welcoming them back with its familiar, cozy glow. Behind them, the clearing grows quiet again, as if protecting the lesson she has earned. Each fallen pine needle on the path seems to mark another small step in her patient journey. Upon entering, she carefully hangs her bow on the wall, the wood polished and ready for tomorrow. After that, Sky tends to the hearth, lighting a fire to bring warmth to the evening air. In the kitchen, Jane begins to prepare a simple meal, her movements steady and full of grace. When the table is set, Sky places the handmade bowls down, creating a warm and inviting space. A simple meal is shared, the warmth of the food reflecting the care they have for each. She enjoys the meal, finding comfort in the silence and the presence of her supportive husband nearby. Later, Sky pours fresh tea into their cups, the steam rising gently to fill the cozy kitchen. They enjoy the tea, letting the silence bridge their hearts after a long day of focused practice. As the sun sets, the world outside turns orange, painting the cottage in a soft and golden light. The cottage carries the scent of pine, smoke, and simple food, turning effort into comfort. Neither of them speaks much, because the day has already said everything through wind and arrows. Once finished, Jane cleans the table, her movements gentle and filled with a sense of accomplishment. Meanwhile, Sky washes the dishes, his actions methodical and kind as the day comes to end. Then, they sit on the wooden bench together, resting their tired bodies in the quiet evening. They watch the sunset as the colors change, a beautiful ending to a day of dedicated work. Slowly, she leans against his shoulder, finding comfort in the quiet warmth of his presence. In response, he wraps an arm around her, his embrace a silent promise of ongoing support. By the porch, they find serenity as the cool evening breeze whispers through the garden flowers. Their hearts are full, knowing that each small step brings her closer to the dream ahead. Finally, the night settles over the valley, bringing a blanket of stars to watch over them. They retreat to the quiet bedroom, the warmth of the fire lingering in their tired spirits. Softly, she removes her cherry blossom clip, a simple act of ending the long, purposeful day. Then, Sky holds her hand in the dim light, offering his presence as they find deep rest. In that quiet embrace, Jane knows that support can be as strong as any bowstring in her hands. Sky does not promise an easy road, but his presence makes every difficult road feel possible. Through the small window, she watches the twinkling stars, dreaming of the wind she mastered. Then they lie down under the soft quilts, drifting away into a peaceful, deep, restful sleep. The room remains still and quiet, filled with the presence of their love and shared dreams. And then the soft light of the lamp fades out, leaving them in the gentle night embrace. Outside, the moonlight glows on the forest, watching over the land that they call home. When the night grows deep, the mist gathers silently around the cottage, waiting for the morning to come. In her dream, she continues to listen, becoming one with the wind in the quiet night. Her dream shows the target glowing in moonlight, but this time her heart is completely still. No cheering crowd surrounds her there, only the forest, the bough, and the truth of practice. Everything is still and peaceful, a reflection of the hard work and joy they share together. The soft wind whispers once more outside, carrying the promise of another bright, clear morning. Soon the dawn will bring new strength, preparing her for the challenges that lie ahead today. Rest is essential, and here she finds the peace needed to keep her spirit growing strong. Through the small frame, the forest stands as a reminder of her goal and her progress. Gradually, the night starts to fade, making room for the first hint of the early morning. Within the house, everything rests, recharging for the joy of the day that is coming soon. Peace remains the source of her courage, letting her face every difficulty with a steady heart. A quiet night shelters the woods, protecting the dreams of those who work hard every day. The wind outside sounds less like a challenge now and more like a patient friend calling her forward. Even asleep, her fingers remember the careful rhythm of drawing, holding, breathing, and releasing. And now, only the wind remains, whispering softly as she rests for the challenges to come. Finally, the sky begins to lighten, signaling that the start of another morning is near. They remain in peaceful slumber, their souls ready for the new opportunities of the coming day. Even in the still of night, the forest continues to breathe and grow with natural life. The quiet room holds the promise of her journey, nurtured by the support she finds within. And then, the faint light of dawn reaches the cottage, bringing new hope to every corner. She rests, knowing that her determination and her husband's love will guide her through the wind. The first light does not erase yesterday. It carries yesterday's lesson into a stronger morning. Somewhere beyond the window, the forest waits, ready to test her again with quiet kindness. When the sun rises, it will find her ready to face the world with renewed strength. Everything is ready for a new chapter, as the dawn light begins to paint the sky. As evening falls, she finds the perfect rest, her heart filled with the quiet peace of achievement. Finally, the world settles into sleep, waiting for the morning to bring new, wonderful light. And when the new morning finally arrives, Jane will step back into the pines with calmer hands, a braver heart, and the quiet knowledge that every arrow she releases is also a promise to keep growing, no matter how often the wind asks her to begin again with steady, humble confidence.